All right. It's Thursday night, guys.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Brian.
Just
looks
my
like
camera.
Yeah, your camera's like totally wigging out.
I know.
Yeah. So Brian, I was just telling Colton before the show that had my mom's best friend over tonight to watch Strange New Worlds.
Oh,
Because she was the one friend of my mom's that hello Brent.
Hello, Brent.
hi,
She
Brett.
was she
How's
was the
midnight
one of
treating you?
my mom's buddies that was the
From
Trekkie.
the flock.
Right from the flock.
Tales from the flock.
So it was cool. We both really liked Strange New Worlds 1. That was
That's
a good episode. But yeah, I was telling Colton, my mom was in the industry. So she was a producer and a talent agent. So every one of her friends was an actor of some sort. And so it's always funny being with my mom's best friend because she was very much, you could see her going into professional mode. She was like, well, the day players were overacting a little bit. However, on the whole, like she was totally like analyzing it, and I was like, yeah, we left an actress in charge here. you know, she was like going through the whole thing. It was very funny.
That's awesome.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. She's one of my favorite people. And it's like I was saying, it's been 20 years this year since mom passed. And so I'm glad I've held on to her,
That's cool that you still have her friends like still check in on you though.
Yeah, well, but we're getting to the age now where I need to check in on her.
Yeah, but still, it's still cool.
You should watch it this weekend. I loved it. It was good. It was solid. It was a good episode. I really dug it. And don't let the whiners go on about Robert April. Jeez Louise, I swear.
Well, you can't have a proper Star Trek episode without the fanboys bitching about something.
Yeah, and what they're bitching about really irritates
me. That's fair.
So the in the lore of Star Trek, the captain of the Enterprise before Captain Pike was Captain Robert April. And when you look in the encyclopedia, all they did was take a picture that they had taken of Gene Roddenberry in a uniform and pasted it on the article for Robert April. So they cast a black actor to play Robert April in Strange New Worlds. And everybody is losing their mind because they're like, he's not black. And I'm like, you know what? That was Gene Roddenberry. It was the creator of Star Trek. Just leave it alone.
He's not black.
It's like, God. I'm like,
God damn it, the diversities are ruining it again.
Yeah, the guy did a great job. He was pretty cool. I dug him. It was like, I didn't have any problem with this. I'm willing to believe that was Robert April. We're good. I'm fine. And now we've canonized it. It looks perfect. I'm okay with that. But I think it's really cool that now we have the continuity connected between Robert April's Enterprise all the way through Pike, and then now moving, of course, into Kirk's enterprise later on.
Mm-hmm.
And they played some really interesting games with the Trekkies on this one. I think it's really so there was some clever stuff they were doing. They were doing some pretty clever things.
Good.
So they were playing games. Hey, Donald.
Donald. Afternoon, Donald.
We were just talking about Strange New Worlds episode 1. It was pretty kick butt. And I'm totally in love with the Enterprise. It's cool. Hey, Raph's here.
What's up?
I haven't seen the last episode of Picard, so
See, me and Raph can be in the same room.
Yep. Well, we don't see Raph's face, so there's a technicality there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brent.
What's that?
You ruined it. For the first 2
Why?
nights.
What's the
this
joke?
week- yeah, for the first 2 nights of this week, it was you or Colton, but we didn't have you. You know, it was like you were here one night, then you weren't here the next night, and Colton was. And so the joke was that you were both the same person. That was the ongoing running gag. So that was what Colton's referring to.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We were
And I was
supposed
like,
to apparently
well-
be the same person, and I was like, I don't know. He's got too many kids to be the same person as me. He's like, no. That's the alternate dimension side of you. When you turn into Raph, you gain kids and a wife. When you turn into Colton, you're just single.
Right?
Damn.
I was like, that's fair.
You didn't just
It's like, you
hold
don't
on.
see Raph and Colton
Hold that
never
down
in the
there.
same room anymore, so they could be the exact same person. I'm like, that's fair. Nice. Working on some Wildcats.
Yeah, just kind of messing around.
Cool.
Nothing wrong with
Who's
that. As long as you're... Oh man, I would eat at a Star Trek
that's Brent.
restaurant.
Nobi
Nobi
Ryu is,
Ryu?
Brent. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Brent.
hey, Brent.
Yeah, that's Brent. It's just Brent on Twitter or Twitch. I mean,
Got
he's not on his Twitch. I think he got accidentally banned on Facebook.
it.
Who knows?
That's not hard to do on Facebook.
No,
Zuckerberg's a dick.
and the worst part about it is that he got banned making a joke on my thread, which makes me feel kind of guilty because he was
Yeah,
just
that's kind of your
he
fault,
was
man.
building. Yeah, he was building off of a joke I was making, and he was
Totally
building
your
off of it, and he
fault.
ended up getting himself banned for it, and I feel kind of guilty for that. So sorry, Brent. That was on me.
Totally you.
It's always your fault, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm staying away. Don't worry. Oh, so you're not at work, so you can watch on Twitch. That's probably better.
Who's that?
Oh, and Raph.
I didn't do it.
Did I talk to you about pairing with so you can broadcast this on your stream too?
Yeah, but I've never used it, so I'm gonna need a little bit of a walkthrough if I'm gonna
It's
do that.
totally cool. I just want you to know that it's there. And when we get to the stage where you're interested in doing it, we can.
Yeah, because that's what I'm doing.
Colton's pairing
Cool.
right now, so it's going on Colton's sides too. So, all right. I have a door. That's what I'm working on now. It's adorable.
That's a random comment to make.
Yep.
It's
Well, I made a
adorable.
wall.
It's an adorable door.
I made a wall earlier, so I have a wall. Now
Thanks,
I'm
Brent.
making a door.
I appreciate you.
Oh, but it doesn't tell us that it's coming in from the other side.
Actually, well, so it doesn't on the stream it doesn't.
Yeah.
But if you look on the restream side of it, everything that says paired means it's coming off of mine. Do you see that?
In the chat? Oh, it's in the chat. I always have that switched over to graphics so that I can run all the opening and closing stuff.
Oh, see, okay, so yeah, I have it in the just where it has the chat in there too, so I can see.
Yeah,
it coming
yeah,
over.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Huh.
You wedged that joke in. I don't wedge that joke in. Don't think I won't. You can't doorstop me. It's good to have Donald here because now we can, because the puns will flow freely.
Oh, great. Should I leave now?
Yep. You're just not safe anymore.
You're not punny enough.
I'm very punny.
You're a dad of 5. You should have plenty of puns.
I was gonna say
6.
You're a dad of 6. You should have even more puns.
God, we're not counting enough of these things.
I'm missing one. I don't know which one I'm missing.
I know.
I don't know. You'll have to name them before I could tell you.
I know.
You probably don't even remember all the names.
No,
I know.
Sadly,
I have met one of your daughters.
I've met all of them.
I know, but I've only met one of your daughters, and I don't remember her name, but that's all right because I don't remember Colton's name half the time either. So that's not
Who's
saying
Colton?
anything. And then I've met, of course, your youngest, which I don't have.
So the daughter that you did meet, what did she look like?
She had, well, at the time that I saw her, she had was it green hair? I feel like she had green hair.
That might be your
that would have been
oldest.
probably
Yeah. Are you on my table, Pest?
Yeah, I think that one's your oldest. Yeah, your oldest is the one that usually dyes her hair.
She does all kinds of stuff with her hair. She's pretty adventurous.
Same brand.
Export.
Let's see.
Wavefront. Uh-oh. Okay, selection only. Right. Right. I barely remember my own name half the time, too.
I just don't know if that's because I'm old or if it's COVID.
Little of column A, little of column B.
We don't know anymore.
Because you
Blame
don't
it on age.
Yeah.
I'm at that age where I don't want to blame it on age because then it says I'm old.
Right. Then you're admitting to something you don't want to admit.
Exactly.
Happening yet.
All right, so I don't remember what this guy looks like. There he is. Oh shit, those chops were bigger.
Reference is your friend. That's that.
Bump up.
You know, all we're missing tonight is pepper.
Right?
Yeah, they said they weren't. I think they said they weren't going to be able to make it tonight. Last night, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to cut out at 11 again for Coda. So
Fine. It's totally fine. You do what you need to do. It's not supposed to be stressful.
Yeah, I
I'm
have
stressed.
to cut out early because I have to get up early tomorrow to go to the hospital. So
That's fair.
yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. Hope everything turns out okay.
yeah. Well, right now we're in wait and see. Everything is in his hands.
That's true. Doing everything you're able to.
Yep.
Which is fine.
And he picked a hell of a time to do this because tomorrow is surgery, so I'm taking her up to the hospital to have surgery done. And then
perfect.
immediately running from one end of the hospital to the other end of the hospital to go visit Dad.
I mean, bright side, you have something else to do in the hospital besides just sit around and wait.
I don't know if that's a bright side.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how bright.
I'm trying to come up with better things.
You're trying to help.
Oh, I thought I heard. Never mind. I read that wrong. Donald's like, I pray for both, and I was like, I pay for both. What?
You can send all cash to.
Well, at least Brian, they can only refer to you as the good son now.
That's true.
They already refer to me as the good son.
That's good. I always forget you have a brother. Or is it a brother?
I have 2 brothers,
Oh, okay.
and both of them are insane in their own special way.
Aren't we all?
I certainly am.
Just the way Raph said that makes sense.
What?
Just the way you said that. I certainly am.
No, that was
No,
me.
that was
No, that was Guy?
That was
Oh God, it sounded like Raph.
I'm working on mimicking him.
Okay.
It's so that I can, get his credit card and stuff. Because he's rich. Like all of our artists are clearly super rich.
We're rich.
Yeah, we're all millionaires. We own the stock market.
Last time I was considered rich was
That
when I was in
sweet
sales.
Garfield money keeps pouring in.
Right.
Last time I was considered, I would consider myself even close to rich was when I was in sales. And I got out of that because I couldn't stand the stress.
It's not worth it.
Oh God.
No.
I had a fun time, but
Still not worth it.
no, it was not worth it.
I want to know why these are 2 different size units. What does this mean? Okay. Did somebody set? Did you set an Alexa alarm? Oh.
What have you been up to, Raph? I haven't talked to you in forever.
Nah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's good.
Just trying to stay alive, get work. I got another comic book company I'm launching,
Oh, cool.
so starting that all over again.
Again?
Well, yeah, we had to shut down Aya because of COVID.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because we couldn't go to conventions, so we couldn't make any money, so we had to shut it down.
Right.
It hit us pretty hard.
I understand that.
But yeah, I'm teamed up with a buddy of mine, and we got our own book that we're going to be working on, which I would
nice.
be working on now, but can't really show anything yet.
How dare. That's cool.
So, are you going to continue with Pia after you get the new company launched?
Yeah, Pia's going to keep going because we're going to be running it differently than most comic book companies. We're treating it more as a movie studio.
Oh.
So we're looking at possibly doing books like once or twice a year, kind of like a movie.
Cool.
So that'll hopefully give us a little bit of leeway.
So you're finally going to try and get it back into film.
Essentially, yeah.
That was like your goal back in the day. Was getting into
Yeah, but
film.
I kind of that was when I didn't really have anything in Colorado, like other than my kids, and I was just like,
I mean,
well,
fair.
I can't have them all the time because they live with their stepmom, so maybe I'll just do this because if I get into film or whatever, then I'm constantly traveling.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, no, I like being around the kids, and then now I have Coda, and then I have Christina, so it's like, nah, not worth it. I'm not that big into it.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, Donald. I'm familiar with that. I also know a little German. He's sitting right over there.
What about me?
We're making top secret references.
Oh, I love that movie. It's so cheesy, stupid.
It's so awesome. It is the
Oh.
best stupid cheesy movie ever.
I love
yeah,
the
we'll not disagree.
cow costume.
Yes.
That's a movie I actually don't own. I need to get that one again.
Right? Noticing that too. A distinct lack of I don't own that movie.
Man, Val Kilmer's looking rough lately too.
He's having a bad time.
Yeah.
He's got something, and I don't remember what it is, but he's got something.
He had some type of cancer, last I remember.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it was not pretty.
Isn't that what happened to Jet Li as well?
No, that was just a rumor. He actually just stopped making movies so he could be more of a, what do they call it, where he helps people out, nonprofit
Philanthropist.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Philanthropist, or are you more talking like a mentor?
No, because he does a bunch of fundraising to help people out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, after the big tsunami that him and his family almost died in, he kind of just said, nope.
He took a break.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him.
Was he in the
Changed his priorities.
Japanese tsunami or?
I cannot
I don't remember
which
one it was. I remember hearing about it though. Because everybody thought he got really sick, and that's why he left the film industry for a while. But that makes sense that he decided to take a break, figure out what he wants to do.
Jesus, Rob Liefeld and his freaking shoulder pads.
Hey man, you're the one abusing yourself by doing that.
You're the one that decided to go for Rob Liefeld.
Well, it's a Jim Lee.
So did you?
Why are you talking about Rob Liefeld then?
Because they did the crossover, and it's got Youngblood and
Oh, is that what the?
I don't know if that helps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm just kind of doing an homage.
Did you hear that Rob Liefeld is doing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles spinoff?
I hope you're joking.
No, I'm not. There is a joke in here. There's actually a really funny joke in there. He's doing the new Turtles spinoff about the ninjas under Shredder.
Oh, the Foot Clan?
Yeah, the Foot Clan. And everybody's joking now that finally Rob Liefeld has to draw a foot.
Because it's a Foot Clan.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's pretty kick-ass, actually. I'm okay with that joke.
It's going to come off here.
Does anybody ever listen to his podcast?
Rob Liefeld's?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had one.
And now we do.
Yeah, I've actually listened to it a couple times. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Definitely likes to talk about himself, but finding out some interesting things about the guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so part of the reason that Rob Liefeld gets so much grief is because he's an arrogant prick. I mean,
and here's the thing, though. He knows he is, though. So
right.
It's
I mean, that's
really
part of the reason why this happens.
Which is fine. I mean, hey, you live your life. He also achieved a lot more than I ever will right now. So you can do what you want. Being arrogant's fine.
I don't know if I necessarily agree, but okay.
Hey, it's his life.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, you know.
Also, he's still making more money than I ever will.
There's that. I don't know if that's a metric I want to go by though.
I'm just not. I just want to mind him like, hey, I'm probably never going to meet him, so it doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's fair.
If I was actually going to meet him, I'd be like, all right, cool. Now I got to really reconsider what I'm saying.
Right.
But
His
I
ass.
don't think I'll ever meet the guy.
It was interesting listening to him talk because apparently he overpaid his artist
Oh, during
on
Image?
purpose. During Image, or even now, like he'll overpay.
Yeah. He's
because
very
figures
open about that.
because he makes a lot of money off of this stuff, and then he's kind of got the same philosophy I do. Is like pay your talent what they're worth and what they're making for you. And apparently he feels like they're making him a lot of money, so he's going to pay them a big sum, which is way more than Marvel and DC. So apparently a lot of people love working for him because of that.
Right. Me and my coworker were talking about something because she's like, I overheard someone saying that we're going into the death of comics, and I was like, I don't think it's the death of comics. It's more we're going into the death of
mainstream.
The mainstream of like the superheroes and all that stuff, and people are more now looking for independent work because they want different stories. They're tired of superheroes after Marvel's pretty much like soaked that up with the movie industry. So, and I just see it that way. And she was like, that actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
I mean, because it's true. I think that,
and the influence of the Japanese on the comic industry is also to be felt because they have so many different genres that everybody's like, why am I reading about superheroes all the time when there's all this other things we could talk about?
Yeah, but also if you look at the manga industry, it's in the same boat.
Well, yeah, it's in the same boat in its country. Like it's caught in the same vein, but not like here in the States where we're caught into only superhero comics. Like it's pretty much one genre that's here. And we used to have so many, and it got killed by one frickin' psychologist in the 50s who claimed that comics made people homicidal.
Or homosexual if you go off the Batman and Robin theory.
Yeah.
Totally why I'm homosexual.
I knew it.
I mean, everybody gets a hard on for Batman.
Nah, I don't. Batman. Screw that guy.
I don't. I'm tired of them making Batman movies every 5 minutes. Even though I heard the new one was really good, I still haven't seen it.
Dude, Robert Pattinson's really good.
I heard he did. I heard he did really well with it, and I was like, "That's cool." I'll get around to it one day. I'm just so over Batman. Like every year we get a new rendition of Batman. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm tired.
There's only so many ways you can watch his parents die.
I mean, it's the same thing with Uncle Ben and Spider-Man. Say what?
They don't show the Bruce's parents dying in this one, which is really cool.
That's good.
It's because really, we don't need to know again. We're good.
It's probably because they took one out of Sony's book where they're like, everybody knows what happens to Ben. Let's just stop. I see fantasy getting bigger.
I don't think Sony took that. Was the one that came up with that.
I don't know, but whoever actually started doing it with the last like Spider-Man, like we already knew what happened. Can we just?
That was Marvel's handling because they're the ones who wrote it.
Oh, good. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, Sony didn't write the Tom Holland ones.
Right. I just remember they kept their hand in, or they were just they're doing it the smart way. They're just like, no, we just want our royalties. Just pay us.
You
guys can do what you want with Spider-Man. Just keep paying us.
Yeah, free money. You're printing us free money. We'll never accept free money.
I mean, until a couple years ago where they tried to take all the rights back again.
Yeah, I know that one. I remember that one. I was like, that's a stupid decision. And then they came back like, okay, yeah, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, they got too much flack, is what that was.
I think it was because they made the Venom movie, and then they're like, "Yeah, we could still do this," and people are like, "No, stop."
Yeah, and then the Morbius movie comes out, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, see, you couldn't do it."
Yeah, I heard that movie bombed.
Oh, it's bombed really bad. I haven't even gone to see it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to
And
see
I have
it.
free
I was still
movie
kind of
theater
curious. But...
passes. It's Morbius. I can't really make a movie of Morbius without introducing Spider-Man first, or introducing him in Spider-Man. At least in my opinion.
That was the part that I was like, okay. Like, I thought it was cool that they're going off of, like, other villains finally, like B-rate villains in that sense.
Yeah, but
it's like the same thing with the same thing with Batman. There's only so many times you can do the Joker that it just gets old.
That being said, the Joaquin version of the Joker is really good.
I hated it.
But that's what makes it great. Is
that Raph hated it?
You're right. Well, no, it's not that Raph hated it. It's not that Raph hated it necessarily, but that it was so different of a take on him. And it focused more on a psychological breakdown of just an ordinary man.
The thing I hate about that movie the most, and also what they keep trying to do with the Joker, is they keep trying to romanticize and make him like this big, huge idol that people like fantasize about. And I hate that.
Yeah, it's the Scarface syndrome. And I hate the Scarface syndrome.
He's a terrible fucking person. Why are you trying to give him a backstory that people actually feel sympathy for him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't need a sympathy story for every person. Margot Robbie is too hot. Yeah, you're right there.
What was that?
Oh, Donald. Margot Robbie is too hot to be Joker's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't really deny that one. But that's the thing. I'm so tired of the villain side of everything that they're doing in comics is they're trying to give everybody like a sob story so people actually relate to them. I'm like, why would you want someone to relate to a mass murderer?
And not every villain needs to be relatable.
Exactly.
Well, Joker's the one villain that doesn't need to be, that should not be relatable. He should be the guy that is absolutely despicable and non-relatable because there's some like, okay, Two-Face. Yeah, let's have it be relatable with Two-Face. That makes sense. Probably
the
even
Riddler,
the Penguin,
Two-Face, things like that. Penguin, like you can be relatable to like those characters.
But yeah, the Joker's supposed to be completely just nobody knows who he is or anything like that. So it's like, why would you want to make a movie like that?
Mm-hmm.
That, and I don't like when people are praised for like being awesome when they're horrible people. That's why I can't get into Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad. I hated watching Breaking Bad.
Oh man,
but I had to watch the train wreck.
I'm so glad to find somebody else.
I've never seen it.
I couldn't take it. I really couldn't.
Fucking horrible. It's like did you ever watch Weeds?
Oh yeah.
No.
Wasn't that the one where like
Weeds?
Never watched. Yeah. That's the one that the lady was like a pot dealer and like squatting, right?
Yeah. So her husband dies, and the way they break the story down is like you totally feel bad for her because her husband dies, doesn't leave a will or anything. I think that's what the premise was. They ended up with no money essentially after her husband dies, so she starts dealing pot to save her family and keep their life going. Which I'm like, okay, you know that. I can kind of see that. That makes sense. That's relatable. But once you got further into the story, you find out it's not exactly why she started it. It was just an excuse because she's actually a horrible fucking person.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And she's very selfish and only cared about it herself and like how everything looked on her end as far as money and, you know, just the social standings. And
you just find out that she's just a terrible person. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just no. I'm checked out because I don't like when that kind of stuff gets praised because, unfortunately, and this is me preaching, but unfortunately, you know, our society is very what do they call it, influenced, especially our kids. And if you're putting stuff like that, and then our kids are like watching that stuff, then you're putting it in their heads that that's actually okay and that's a cool thing to look up to. I hate that shit.
No, I get that. Totally understand it. That's kind of like the thing. Like the reason I liked Sons of Anarchy at the time was because like I knew enough of those kind of people that I was like, I could have easily went down this route if I stayed on that route. And I was glad I did.
Yeah, but you're watching it from a different viewpoint.
Yeah, I'm not watching it just for the entertainment value. I was like, holy shit, yep, I know this life, and that is not a life I want to. But that's also like right when I think it was like season after the whole Opie situation, I just stopped. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
He's one of the characters. Once they finally offed him, I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Like, I just realized, like, I was like, that is the life right there. You lose the best person in your life right there over something stupid. And I was like, yep, that sounds about right. Yep. I can't watch this show anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, I think part of the reason that I don't particularly care for things like Breaking Bad is I've thought about that. I've been in that spot, and it makes me so mad that our society does that anyway. I hate the idea of just thinking about it. It just makes me so bitter and angry.
Right. Okay, so you never watched it when you worked at that movie store.
That's when I did watch it. Wait, you mean Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad?
Both.
So Breaking Bad, I'm a completist, like a dumbass most of the time. So with Breaking Bad, what had happened was everybody was talking about it, and I was just like, all right, I got people talking about it. This is my job. I should know what the hell I'm talking about. So I watched.
People are coming in to watch, yeah.
And if people are asking, I should probably know what the hell I'm talking about, right? And so I started watching the first season, and then I just got hooked because then I just had to finish it. It wasn't because I liked it. It was actually irritating. I had to force myself to finish it. But on that note, up until the last season of Dexter, I loved watching that show and rooting for him. Ironically.
I enjoyed Dexter. That was a good show.
Yeah, but the one guy that you probably should not be rooting for is the guy I was like, yeah.
I also only made it
I'll
like
preach my game, but then I go and I watch that and I love it.
I was gonna say though, that was also another show that I only watched like 2 or 3 seasons and I never made it to the end.
But
I actually got rid of all my Blu-rays after the season finale. I was just like, you know what, I'm done. It got stupid. So.
I think the difference is that with Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy, those are the bad guys that are romanticized. Dexter is an anti-hero because yes, he is a serial killer, but he's killing other serial killers. So there's a little bit of he's a bit of a good guy too.
It's vigilante justice.
Yeah,
and that's attractive, especially when we feel.
I mean, that's why everybody gets into superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
You aren't wrong.
No.
Like let me bring that right back around. That's the reason why everybody's into superheroes.
Yeah, it's funny. I've actually lost friends because of Breaking Bad.
I wish my name was Earl as more seasons. I never watched that show.
Oh man, I wanted to watch that, and I only got a couple episodes in. I loved it, but I'm a big Jason Lee fan.
Mm-hmm. Pulled into something that's fair, Brent. I get that.
What was that?
I always like the reluctant hero stories. The guy who is pulled into something that is way beyond their understanding and has to work out the best results.
Yeah, those
are
fun.
some good stories. You're definitely not wrong there. I have definitely got some good ideas. Not ideas, but like good entertainment out of those kind of stories.
I'm realizing this is the first time I've drawn a couple of these characters. These guys are from the 90s. Like, you'd think I would have drawn them by now.
Right?
I'm actually kind of surprised you never did.
Well, at the time, I was more into buying the books. But when I got back into comics and I started tabling with you guys, like, I'm surprised I never did any fan art of these guys.
Right? I always think about that too. I'm like, nobody ever asked me to do certain characters. I'm like, well, it's interesting.
I was always surprised because like I always got asked to do characters that I had no idea who the heck they were. They were so random.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one year that we all got, I don't know if you guys did, but I remember I got commissioned at the con. It was for like West Coast Avengers. I was like, I don't know any of these guys. And I started looking. I was like, oh, I know a few of them. And I was like, who do you want? Like, pick one of these 5. And I was like, okay. And I was like,
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Bertha. I was like, oh my god.
Wasn't that the one that was like Alpha Team or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was a comic fest, if I remember right.
Well, no, I mean like that guy that went around and asked all of us to do one of the characters from a specific group.
Yeah, because he did that like every like there's like I caught him like twice at a show. Because it was like one show he did like Alpha Team, one show he did that, and I can't remember.
It was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't know what that was. I had to go.
Yeah, he would always pick one. Like some people are like, I don't know, like what, like I didn't take it. I was like, why? It's like I don't know any of those characters. I'm like, just pick any of them. Just look it up very quick.
Actually, the picture I did for him too was pretty kick-ass.
I think I did Big Bertha or something like that. I was like, this is such a weird character, but I was like, it so fits this genre of these characters.
I can't remember if
that
I
must
had
have been
to
a
do
con
one
I
or
didn't
not.
go to.
Because then there was another guy that always came around.
We were
with
at
an
Mile High
Aquaman
Comics
book.
at the Jason Street, weren't we?
I got the guy that did Aquaman. He had me do an Aquaman for him.
I got him twice before. He was cool.
Aquaman.
He's a cool dude.
I hope he hits me up to do Aquaman again because I want to draw him
I would
better.
love to redo some of those. I'm like, God, with my skills now, please let me touch that one more time. And his wife was really
What'd you
cool,
say,
too.
guy, about across the street?
No, I was saying I thought that when that happened, we were at Jason Street.
Oh, at
Mile High Comics.
Yeah, Mile High.
Yeah.
I remember a guy did come in during that time too. I wasn't doing a table at that one. I just showed up to see everybody. I never actually oh no, I tabled there once. And that's right when RTG started.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that because there were people that are like, "Oh, you guys are a studio." I'm like, "Yeah, we just started." And then like I had like 3 people try and give me manuscripts. I was like, "Whoa, hold on."
No, not that.
I was like, "We are we are super fresh right now. Not that. Nope. Hold on."
All right.
Like we're still trying to get our books out. We didn't even have our own books. We didn't have Dino Apocalypse out at that time either.
I came in after Dino Apocalypse.
Yeah. A lot of people
I came in the middle of that.
Right. Yeah, you and me are the ones that like added to it because we couldn't get a hold of the original creators. See if they were.
No, is that what happened?
Yeah, so we had to fill in a few slots to make them equally numbered, and the reasoning why was because we couldn't. There was still like 2 or 3 people that we couldn't get actually a hold of to get the books to find out if we could actually still use their stories or if they want to be a part of it. And so we just created 2 new quick stories that we could yours and mine and put them in. At least that's what I remember.
Tales from the comics.
Fun times.
Angie Hurd and Mr. Hanky. I think it's Mr. Hanky.
Christmas
What?
Poo?
Christmas Poo?
Heidi ho! Yeah, that's Christmas.
That's Mr.
Poo.
Hanky. Heidi ho!
Hi ho!
That's hilarious. I hate that woman, so I will not take that commission.
Nope.
She is way too triggering for my taste.
Mm-hmm.
Too soon.
Yeah, dude, I can't even like listen to her talk because it just too many reminders.
That's fair.
It's funny because it pops up all over my social, so I see her testifying now in the way she talks, and it's just like, oh my god, shut up, you're a liar.
I've stayed out of most of that stuff recently. Like, I don't have time to deal with this person. And just from what I have seen, I'm like, this is pretty cut and dry. There's really not
All right.
like it's more now. It just feels like it's a publicity thing now. Is why they're keeping it dragging on.
No, they're keeping it dragging on because they want to get Amber Heard acquitted, not acquitted, but you know they want to prove that she's not a bad person.
Right.
It's just like, have you listened to her?
Okay, that page is done.
No, it's not. Take a look at it.
It's done enough.
Is it really?
No.
It's done for revision.
We're all artists here, man. I think we know the truth. I can't keep looking at my pages or else I just want to keep going. It's horrible.
Not gonna say what just came to my name,
Well, you just mentioned it, so now you do.
no.
Is that the new property to one? What? You people.
Like Raph says that about
What?
his wife as well.
I am trying to figure out how to make this thing have a slider that just opens and closes the door. Which I think would be cool.
Oh, you're on your 3D model. I was like, what?
Yeah, and so I'm like, this would be really nifty, but I'm trying to read the instructions on how to do. I'm like, well, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull a Rob Liefeld and put somebody standing in front of that part.
Yeah.
Put pockets. Lots of pockets. Everything needs pockets.
Actually, I didn't have pockets. It was Shinji that called me out on that one.
I haven't talked to
That's
Shinji
funny.
in years.
Yeah, it was like I made it and he was like, so in the future she doesn't get pockets either, huh? And I was like, ooh, ouch.
You're right.
I'm like, that burns.
I miss Shinji. He's so
Like-
funny.
Like, you're not wrong. And so I went ahead and put pockets on her. That's when they got these uniform pockets on her now.
Nice.
It was just really funny. I was like, ooh, yeah.
Good thing he called you on it.
Yeah, actually, it really was. It was a very good thing he called me on it.
So things you don't think about, man.
Right, totally. I didn't think about it. Well, I'm coming from Star Trek, right? Well, they don't have pockets in their Starfleet uniforms. Nobody does. And it's ridiculous and it's stupid. And I'm trying to do Star Trek but better. So I should do better,
Yeah, you'd almost think in that situation with Star Trek, everybody would be running around with fanny packs.
No, don't bring the fanny pack back.
Too late.
No.
Yeah, I
Space
mean,
fanny pack.
that's the thing is, I mean, I guess the assumption is that they have flat space pockets somewhere inside the
I
uniform.
always just more thought they just materialized everything.
Well, I mean, to
Yeah,
be
but
fair,
you
I
have to
mean,
hold
like,
your gun somewhere.
they do. They have a pouch
Butt
that
cheeks.
sits in the front that they attach to the front of the uniform. That's where they attach. At
Butt
least
cheek pockets.
when you're talking about the Dustbuster and the Cobra and the Dolphin.
There was a lot of names that were just dropped right then.
I didn't drop any name. I dropped a body part.
Yep.
Bye, guy.
Guy just taking off on us like that.
This is
See how it
the
is.
Dolphin.
Oh, he's showing us some stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
They always just carried those, though.
no, they have a pouch that sits on their hip, and it sits right. It snaps in like this, and then they can just draw it.
That is too low.
Yes,
I am doing exactly what I usually do. I make the nose too short.
Now I'm completely, by the way, in love with all of the equipment that they're using on Strange New Worlds, because it's all original series stuff, like the communicators and original series communicator and stuff, but they've streamlined it just a little bit so it all looks so cool.
So you're in Trekkie heaven.
I am so in Trekkie heaven. It is so cool. I can't tell you. I mean, I can tell you, but then I'd have to tell you. You know how that goes.
I've lived a
Yeah,
good
but you
life.
want to tell us.
I lived a good life. Come on, guy. No. Donald and Brent would have to kill him because they haven't seen it yet.
Hey, you.
Talking to your cat.
Yeah, he's coming to visit.
Hey, George.
He's a good cat. I didn't know what to do with Ruth A. That was very funny.
With what?
So, my mom's best friend.
Oh, okay.
He didn't know what to do with her. He was like, I don't know you. You're a stranger. Well, because Ruth A's older, and so I didn't want to risk her during COVID, obviously.
Mhm.
And we got him during COVID. So this is the first time that they've met, because it's been 2 years since we've been able to allow her here, because we had to make sure everybody was boosted and vaccinated and everything before we brought her over, because I didn't want to risk it.
Right.
She's very valuable. Very, very valuable. I had forgotten about the angle. Oh, that looks a whole lot better.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was gonna say that. Fucker. Stealing my lines.
I'm stealing your compliments. What's up?
Yeah, actually, that looks really nice. Look at that. Oh, wait. You can't look at that because I got them. Look at me. I'm awesome. Oh, wait.
You look
Nice.
great. I like your T-pose.
Yeah, well, she's just there to make sure that I don't make things too big.
Oh, I thought you were playing
Dominant.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, you thought he was playing a game?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah? No.
Kinda.
Remember all
It's
the
sci-fi.
glitches they had?
I love that game. So they patched it so much, it's actually made it really fun.
Made it
And it
playable.
actually made it playable.
Only for PS4
Why did I
players.
go to the same spot?
Only for PS4 players. I was able to play it. I
Xbox
played it
as
on
well.
PC, man. I had a great time.
Xbox 360 had a hard time with it.
Yeah, that too.
Like, but I had an Xbox Series X, so I was fine.
Yeah. You had
But
like the
even then, it
occasional
was still
glitch, but you
pretty
didn't have
bad.
the game-breaking glitches. Yeah.
You just had the penis hanging out glitch.
I think that was a glitch.
I wouldn't call that a glitch.
Wow.
Hey, with what you could do in that game, it probably was not a glitch.
I mean, that's my natural. That's the way I walk around town. I don't know what your problem is.
I knew that's what you
just
did
your
on your
natural
walks.
state.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it was like I played it on PC, so like I had a few glitches, but nothing broke the game for me. There were some funny ones though. Like I was watching my friend play it, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, look, this is cool." Like we're walking down the street, and then you see this black dot flying through the air, and it just keeps getting bigger. He's just walking. He's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And it's a car that just somehow flew from like 5 blocks away.
Nice.
And just like he was so like an awestruck is like, that's a car. Oh crap, that's a car. And as soon as it finally like dawned on him, it just like wrecked him and like ran him over. It was so funny.
Oh no.
I like there was a
He's like,
glitch.
well, I guess I'm starting over. I'm like, yeah, but that was worth it. He's like, yeah, that was kind of worth it. You're right.
There was a glitch. I don't know to what game it was that I saw that, but it's this guy's in a back alley, and he goes, "Yeah, I think I could go for a cup of coffee." And right at that moment, he gets freaking taken out by a motorcycle out of nowhere. The motorcycle is like, in there for like 2 frames, and it just plows the guy out.
That's
And
awesome.
the streamer just starts laughing.
That's what I did for mine.
No, so
My first big glitch I ever got was the character model got stuck in the wheel well of my car. I was like, okay, like at first, like I'm just driving like all nice and neat because like I'm actually gonna park this car just because I really want to. So I'm trying to park this car in this parking spot. This person just walks right in front of me. I was like, really? I just like barely tapped him. The character model gets stuck in the wheel well of my car, and I'm like trying to move, and it's literally going like 2 inches, like a little bit forward, a little bit back, and I can't go anywhere. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then finally, the next thing I noticed, I get shot up in the air from where the character model was, like 15 feet in the air. And I was like, what the heck just happened? Guy goes flying off in the corner. My car's doing a barrel roll down, and then I land on my tires. And I was like, what was that? It was still funny. But...
Yeah, I don't know. When I pay $60 for a game, the last thing I want is a glitch.
That's fair. But yeah, they
Yeah,
patched it enough that the game's very playable now.
Yeah,
The only difference is they got rid of a few things because of the glitches. But if you weren't actually playing those aspects
Do
of
we
the
think so?
game, you'll never notice it.
It
yeah, I
reminds you
had
of Joe versus the volcano. Okay.
yeah, I had for Elden Ring, I had the ultra hardcore mode going
Yes.
because it didn't render any of the character models except for the bosses. So I literally could not see NPCs. I couldn't see the enemies at all.
Uh-huh.
So it was a very, very lonely game in which suddenly I'd be dying to something and not know what it was.
That's funny.
And they finally patched it, so I no longer have that problem. But all my friends were very impressed with how far I got into that game,
Without
not
any
being able to
NPCs?
see.
Not being able to see the trash characters.
Yeah, just
The monsters.
the monsters.
Yeah. I hear it's a fun game. I've watched people play it. I don't like Dark Souls games.
This game is probably the most approachable and easiest of the Dark Souls games.
Dark Souls styles, yeah. No, I've heard that,
Yeah.
but I can't play those games. I get way too angry at them, and I don't like being angry at video games.
He turns into.
I don't have the time.
That too. Right now, I only pick like 1 or 2 games I can actually like jump into on occasion for like play for like an hour or two just to veg out. The past that, school has my whole life right now.
I think I'll work on that splash page tomorrow.
I mean, if all you're doing is splashing on the page, you can do it in like 5 seconds. Splashing.
Yeah,
That's
but
what she
it's a
said.
2-page spread.
So splashing and spreading. Gotcha.
Yes,
Making sure.
I've seen this movie before.
we've all seen this movie. When we're alone.
Oh, you were alone? Shit.
No.
That's not as fun.
I was with Raph.
Exactly.
That was a fun night. I mean, no, we didn't.
Welcome to the bear cave.
Not saying nothing. Not saying lots of things, actually. I'm just going to sit here and just chuckle because that was awesome.
Just sit here and just pet my cat.
Yep.
Oh,
Wrong layer?
no, I'm fine.
Wrong cat.
Wrong cat? Or was it the right cat?
Yes.
Well, I gotta get going. I gotta get up in the morning, so.
We'll see you. Well, okay, so we don't do this tomorrow night. Well, actually.
We not do Fridays?
Well, normally we don't. But
Oh, yeah. You're doing the... Yeah, never mind. I remember we had this conversation.
But somebody got his butt grounded, so I'm not going anywhere tomorrow night. So do you want to get together tomorrow night?
I'll be
Sure.
here.
I can't. I got to go to Glenwood Springs for a show this weekend.
With Pepper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't Pepper doing that with you?
I wouldn't say with me, but yeah, we're doing it.
Nice.
All
wouldn't-
night long.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not going to admit to be with Pepper, not openly.
And got the permission from his husband, so that's good. Good job. Setting boundaries.
I mean, there's that.
But yeah, so like we got that going on, so I gotta head up tomorrow evening.
fair.
So
That's going to be a drive, so yeah, I understand.
Well, you have a nice time this weekend.
yeah, thank you. Hopefully, I'll make some cash.
That's always the goal.
All right. Well, I got Fathom covers I still need to sell, so maybe
There you
that'll
go.
get me
Hopefully, you
some
can get
cash.
some of those out of there.
Yeah.
Some of those out of your stock.
All right. Well, at that note, I will leave with a partially finished cover again.
See you guys.
Perfect.
Yeah. We may see you tomorrow night.
Have fun.
Bye.
All right.
I'll be here.
Later,
Okay.
guys.
I'm
Unless
not
you
going
gotta
anywhere,
go.
Colton. If you want to
Okay,
hang with
cool.
me, I still got another hour's worth of work.
I got more than an hour's worth of work. So
Well, I got another hour's worth of work before I'm going anywhere. So
I'm enjoying this piece right now. So I'm just like, I don't feel like leaving right now.
yeah, there's no reason to leave.
Yeah, I'm having too much fun right now. I'm not going to stop right now. The only responsibility I have is work.
Mm-hmm.
That's not until noon, so I can fudge a few my time around.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right. Bring me tea while you're at it. If he comes back with tea, I'm going to be really impressed.
Just
Then the three in
somebody-
darkness
I was
binds
hearing
them.
somebody getting up, and I was making sure that somebody was getting up to.
Have fun with that, Donald. Karaoke's always fun.
And yeah,
I haven't been to karaoke in a while.
we should go.
It's been a minute.
QuaCk does karaoke.
QuaCk and karaoke. I'd be down. Just So let me finish this semester first, and then my availability will open wide up. Like I was telling one of my friends today, I was like, "This is an easy week, finally. Thank God."
Yeah.
Because I'm not on material studies. I'm just on portraits. I'm like, I can do portraits. Portraits are easy. Like I got 2 portraits I got to at least get. One attempted, which is the one I was working on yesterday. And this one just needs to be done by Sunday. The other one just has to be started. So I'm like, all right, cool, done. I can make that work.
Cool.
I've done enough portraits now that I'm like, all right, I can make this work a little bit. So all right, guy, I need your opinion.
I can go to karaoke with you, Donald. Just saying, man.
Ready, guy? Yay, nay? Oh wait, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Is the face still too wide? Feels off.
I feel like your left eye is more angled down like this in real life. Your
What?
left eye, so the eye on the right side of the picture.
Right. And you were saying what now? Left eye. Oh, angled down more. Yeah, I was noticing that too. Also, I think the left side of my face is too wide in the drawing. It's pushed out too far. So cool. Awesome. Yeah, as soon as I put them right next to each other, I was like, yep, I'm seeing it. I saw an art piece where a Ukrainian built a picture of pudding using bullets gathered in. Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of sad, but yeah.
It's sad, but it's still like a cool.
It's cool.
Film. So you think Brent passed out finally?
Yeah, probably. Well, he's out in Florida, so
I know it's like 1 o'clock for me.
Yeah, it's stupid o'clock in the morning, so I don't blame him in the least.
Totally get it. Right.
Passing out. Yeah. All right. Probably ought to give this door control panel on the other side too. Because boy, it'd be silly if you could get in only on the outside, but not on the inside. Can't open the door. You're on the wrong side of the door, man. Sorry. I have to put it low enough that Chang can reach it. Because she's tiny.
All right.
Chang is such a little person.
Let's say my room just got like really hot.
All right. We'll do door. Door B. Yeah. Door controls and yeah, but we still need the ability to do there's a few things. One, we need to know when the door is when the other side of the door is at 0 pressure. That's critical. So we have to have some kind of controller on the side of the door that tells us, hey, you can't open this door because there's a pressure differential. Which actually is what these red triangles are. It's also the locks that say that it's pressure locked. So, well, the doors slide. So, unlike the ones in Star Trek, these you just open the release and then you can just push them and they just they're like pocket doors. So they just roll aside unless there's 0 pressure, at which time they hold and keep tight. All right. We have made a successful wall unit. This is important for us to be able to build there. And with this, I can now build all of the scenes that we needed to build. Including our bridge scene, which is really what this was all about. Because this is where we need to put a generic wall instead of these guys, which are not helping me any.
That looks better. So how's NDK looking this year?
So far, we're doing pretty good.
Good.
I have to find a camera. My big thing I got to do here.
I thought you had a whole bunch of cameras.
Yeah, but they're all 2K.
Oh, you need to upgrade them?
Yeah, we need to upgrade them because it's getting to the point where news agencies want video from us and stuff like that, and we don't have the appropriate equipment, and it's becoming kind of obvious that we're not doing so good there. So
Fair.
it's my newest.
Better. Awesome. I'm glad I did that. Thank you, guy.
Now your eyes are not aimed the same direction, so
Yeah, they look better. My portions look a little bit better. It actually looks like me more.
it does. The
I was
eyes
looking at it and I was like, there's something off. Like, it's just not looking right. And as soon as I put them next to each other, I was like, I'm not narrow. My face is much more narrower. Got it. Which is funny. My teacher was like, you know, you could just draw like over the picture. And I was like, no, I'm not that kind of person.
Nothing. Well,
like I can. He was like, to save on time, you should do it. And I was like, I get that, but I have the time now since I'm not doing 6 material studies. I was like, I have the time to sit here and do a quick paint over. You know, kind of like what I did. I don't know if you talked to Brian at all, but like I did a paint over of his comic for him because he sent me the files, and I was like, all right, cool. You want a critique, or you want me just to read it? He's like, I want a critique. I'm like, got it. So I took all his pages, downloaded them, put them all in Photoshop, and I was drawing all over every single one. I was like, all right, this is the problem with this one. Your proportions off here. Your angles, and if you're going to do this with the background, aren't going to look right. It just looks muddy. And I just like went through everything. He's like, wow, this is what I needed. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I was about to ask you if I was going too in depth.
Yeah. Mother's Day is Sunday.
I know. My work is slammed right now because of it. I have literally picked up today alone from this one flower place 612 flowers.
Wow.
A day. Just for Mother's Day. And they're estimating the exact same amount tomorrow as well. It's like, I get it's Mother's Day, but come on.
Yeah, well, there are some sad drawbacks to not having a mom anymore. That's one of them. True.
I know my mom's in a different state now, so I'm still getting
that. No, I guess one could argue mine is too.
True. Much bigger state. No, I get it. It's never easy. How long has it been?
For my mom?
Yeah.
20 years this year.
Does it get easier?
Not really. I mean, yes and no, but you start having like one of the biggest problems that I have now is like my memories of her becoming not tropey per se, but like they're condensed.
Uh-huh.
So it's like it's not like it's a trope per se, but it is definitely
not what you actually would expect it to be.
Yeah, and especially just losing dad.
Yeah,
it's like I'm starting to sit there and I'm like panicking about, where am I going to be in 20 years with him? Is it going to be also the same sort of thing where it's like, well, mom was funny and sad or whatever.
Right.
46 years in August. Wow. Feel like you're not going to tell us it gets better.
Yeah, Donald, that's 15K sold flower. You're not wrong. That's a lot. Yeah, 46 years in August. Damn. 46 years.
Yeah, 46 years.
That's crazy.
It's a long ass time.
right.
I deleted those basic primitives, and I really shouldn't have. I was like, well, no, I've got real walls, so I don't need primitives. Yeah, well, I still need primitives.
What about being primitive?
And that's all about being primitive.
Filling in your base layer so it's easier to select. This makes your life so much easier when you can do it this way.
They didn't know cancer much, huh? Man, you were...
Yeah, not that. No, true.
That bites, dude. That bites. My dad lost my grandfather to cancer when my dad was 14.
My dad hit 50 that year. No,
Don't say shit like that. I turned 50 this year.
sorry. No, that's when his dad. It was like 45, 50 is when his dad passed, and we were all there from cancer.
Stupid cancer.
Right.
God, cancer is just brutal.
That was a long day. Like in the span of like 48 hours, me and my brother went from being at work, going all the way down to Austin, and then literally on a plane that night coming back home. And as soon as we landed, we were back. My brother went back to work, and I was like, I'm going home. I'm tired. We didn't even sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like 48 hours of not sleeping because we were just go. I was like, fuck. Nope, not happening. Tried sleeping on the plane, didn't happen. But Arizona Airport was cool. That was the one good thing.
Yeah, I spent a year there one day.
One day. Wait, you spent a year or one day?
Uh-huh. It was like 797,000 degrees outside, and I was like, you know what? This is not reasonable.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah, my aunt used to live in Arizona. We went out. My mom dropped us off there for 2 summers. And yeah, mornings were cool. Nights were all right. But as soon as it got anywhere near like 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, worst time to be there.
Yeah.
Even being inside, I was like, this is miserable. Like, we got good AC, but like it's still miserable not being able to go do anything. Like, you want us to cram everything within like a 4-hour window.
There we go. Oh, that looks pretty kick-ass, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
The shadow is pretty awesome. Look at that. It's all like shaped like the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
Good old cast shadow.
Which is, of course, exactly what I was after, was trying to make it so that it would cast shadows that looked right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's much better because I had to bring the color of the wall down to the right side or right color.
Hmm? Oh,
The door wall needed to be the right color.
I see what you're talking about. So how's your AM streams doing?
How's my what?
Your AM streams.
Oh, I'm just doing the same thing on the AM stream.
Yeah. Is Donald and them showing up or no?
Yeah,
Ghosting?
Donald and Brent show up from time to time. Although the last couple of days it's been Hone.
Just Hone?
Hone, yeah, just Hone,
Nice.
and that's fine.
That's cool.
It's the nature of the beast. Sometimes there are lots of people there, and sometimes there aren't.
Right. You remember that?
I probably should just go to the left view here. I'm never going to be able to see whether it's the right size or not, unless I do it this way.
Do what I want. Oh, yep, it's thinking. There we go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Huh? I like a rubber ducky idea. That'd be fun.
We have Brian's duck that's just floating in space down in the
Right.
bottom left and the upper right.
All right. Which brush should we use?
And the other thing we remember is the angle. Turn the angle down. Good heavens.
Brush with thick. That's not that thick. New girlfriend look? Yeah, new girlfriend looks.
All right. Now we can assess how good or bad this is doing. And it's not doing awesome, but it's not doing horrible either. So that's okay.
Not great, not good, but it works.
Yeah, not horrible, but survivable. The question really is, does that light still work? I've completely boogered up the thing. Yeah, light still works. That's good. Now I just need to go through it. It's weird whatevers. Turn on the shells. Make sure that they look good with the shells on. Oh, hey, that looks actually kind of cool. There's a bounce light.
Oh.
It's hitting over there on the wall.
On the left side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see
It's
it.
kind of cool. You can see it on both sides here. You can see it on the left and the right. It's really
yeah.
cool.
Nice.
That actually kind of added a certain amount of kick-ass to it.
Little bounce light never hurt anybody.
Actually, not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. I say that because I'm somewhat shocked. Did not expect it to come out okay.
Was not expecting this result, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So you're not doing movie night tomorrow?
Do what?
You're not doing a movie night tomorrow?
No, somebody got their butt grounded.
Oh.
So we're not doing anything.
That's fair.
We're just
understandable.
Hang here, and that's why I'm like, hey, you want to get together tomorrow night? Because once my beloved wife runs out of steam at about 10 o'clock, she's going to want to crash out anyway.
Good time to start drawing.
Yeah, I might as well get in here and do more work.
Right. Color pick. Pieces, just drop in some stuff here.
Okay. Let's put in her overhead monitors. That's the whole point.
Block all this out.
It's like Legos.
The shadow does this, and it goes here. It goes over the nostril, and does that little thing. Actually comes out pretty far. This little guy. Here's the divider line for my eyelids. Here's my other eyelid divider. Oh, wait. Oh, it's right there. Got that, got that.
Trying to make it where general people won't bump their heads.
What?
We're trying to make it so that these monitors don't bump the heads of general people, but general people.
Just the generals.
Just the generals. Generals can bump their heads all they want. There we go. So the idea is that from the captain's chair, when you're looking out the front of the ship, you've got these monitors up here that tell you important things about the ship's operating status. Get ourselves a camera. We will call it Captain's Eyes, which is not to be confused with Captain's Capsized. That's Captain's Butt. That wasn't what we were after.
Sorry, I turned off my mic for a second because my roommates just got home and the dogs start going crazy.
It's all good.
I was
actually
like,
wasn't talking to you, so
I was like, don't want that.
I appreciate it. The reason we do this is because I can do this. Yeah. So from the captain's point of view, this is what she sees. I like that. That works.
Nice. Ooh,
So
that's
she's
cool.
got a control panel here, which gives us sort of a generic rundown of what's going on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put another panel right up here too. We'll duplicate this guy. So there we go. A pair of, because it's got to be when they're in space, it's low tech. Everything is low tech. So
You said everything's low tech?
yeah, because you can't run processors in space. So all of these are literally vacuum tubes and stuff connected to various parts of the ship.
That's fair.
Once they're out of in space, they can turn into, or you can use holograms. Oh, man. We got 20 minutes.
So when do you start your new job?
In June.
Oh, that's in June. Oh, you got some time.
I got time.
You're still a free man.
Mm-hmm. And it's really, I think we should probably call it the old job, because I went and auditioned because it's a
Right.
And when
And you've already worked there before.
yeah,
So,
I auditioned.
no, I get
They're
that
like,
part too.
yeah, we could tell you you did this before.
We're good. We'll take you back.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Like, thanks.
Like a quick cell shade to this thing, so at least feel like it did something besides just the outline. That's all I did yesterday was the outline, and I felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I didn't do as much as I should have. Oh wow.
There we go. Those two look cool. I'll have to go back and redraw the lines that are in this T support, but for the most part, it looks fine. And I'll not duplicate the monitor on the left. Monitor on the right, yes, but I'm just trying to balance these guys out so that they.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That looks like they're both monitored pretty even on either side.
You look monitored.
Like they're just sitting kind of easily on either side there. Looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, those look good.
Yeah, they look fine. Cool. And easily, she won't bump her head on it. I'm not sure whether Bennett will or not. Let's get Angie in her service uniform out here and see whether she bumps her head on it. She's tall. This is the other reason why I really like using maquettes. So I can make sure that everything is correct and the correct size and the correct alignment. And oh yeah, she'll clear the. Well, she might not clear the monitors though. Let's see. Oh, she'll clear the monitors.
So clear just fine.
Mm-hmm. I have to remember that Chang is tiny. We're going to have to go through and clean up the that bridge back. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty good. Bennett's actually in this scene as well. So it's actually not inappropriate to have Bennett here. They still don't cast shadows. Why don't they cast shadows? That's really weird.
Are they not considered an object?
Why doesn't the... Yeah, I don't know why the light doesn't see them.
That's kind of what I was meaning is does the program, not the program, but like the scene, like is there any collision with them?
Well, there's no collision. Daz doesn't do collision, so collision isn't a problem.
I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've never used Daz.
Yeah, I always go to Mr. Google. Are you using filament by mistake? And then there's an asterisk and says nobody uses filament on purpose. Rim shot. I don't know if I want to do iRay. Ugh. I feel like this is going to take 6 weeks to render everything. Yeah, computer just went on to high power consumptive mode just now.
Oh no.
I'm like, well, no, because I mean you can tell it's doing scatter plotting ray tracing. And we're getting ambient occlusion.
Perfect.
Which kind of makes it look badass.
Kind of like, yeah, you're getting a lot of it. Now that I looked, I was like, yep, that's a lot of ambient occlusion going on right there.
Do you know why? Because everything is casting ambient light. I mean, it makes it look cool, but it also is not what we're after. So running out of iRay is not what we want to do. It's kind of wild, though. I like, because I usually just use 3D light, but What the heck?
What?
Display. Visible on. Visible viewport, yes. I'm like, wait. What?
What's going on?
I feel like I might have accidentally turned off her shadows because before I was like, well, I don't want it casting shadows because if it casts shadows, then it'll mess up my ability to draw the shadows in later. But now I'm kind of doing but I kind of like the idea now of it casting shadows.
It does give me some ideas I can play
Right.
with.
It's like it's really kind of cool. So maybe I might have turned off the shadows at some point. I don't know. Here, point. Ray traced, yes. As we're after, right? And all of that's working for everything else except for the character. That's so weird.
Bada boom, bada bang.
It's another misc. Constraints, point at none, fit to none. Okay, that's set, right? Well, we're running out of time. I mean, not like I'm really terribly worried, but
Whatever, Alexa.
I'm gonna turn off that headlamp though. Maybe that's it. I don't want the headlamp giving me. No, they're still not casting shadows. Remarkably weird. Of course, I haven't done the actual test here that I should be doing. Because what I really ought to be doing is this test. That's what I was afraid of.
Whoa. What happened there?
Well, so I clicked on making it into a. There's a button for turning it into Zipatone.
I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't look like Zipatone.
Right. So I'm trying to see before I decide that this is a good idea. Oh, well, I can extract the line. Okay. Well, that's not bad. That actually might be workable. So this function right here is the ability to do that is like built into um, Clip Studio. And so I can do this.
That actually would make sense. That Clip Studio would have that.
Yeah, I can just click it, and it makes instant Zipatone. The thing is, I did not render this picture at the correct resolution at all. I just wanted to see whether it would become a mess if I rendered it out with all of these colors and then did that. And it didn't turn out bad at all. Okay, so the test went okay. I'm not unhappy.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
happy
not
with
bad.
that as a stopping point.
That's not bad. That's totally acceptable.
I can work on this some more tomorrow. What?
Just typing sounds so funny. It
Oh.
literally just sounded like you just went. Like there was no rhyme or reason to it. It's just so, yeah, it's like so funny. It's like when people fake type on movies and stuff.
Right.
All right. Okay, it's 12:01.
It is. It is actually 12:02. We've gone over the time limit. We're all gonna die.
You okay?
I don't know.
There are drugs that cure that, man.
Are there?
Yeah,
Oh, which ones?
you can get help.
Probably.
I should probably stop working too, so we can go. Because if I keep working, I'll just be working, and then it'll be like 5 a.m. and I'll be like, well, the alarm goes off in 5 minutes, so there's that.
That's kind of why I was like, I'm happy where I'm at right now. I'll come back to more of this tomorrow.
I'm gonna keep working on this tomorrow, but
Then I can start blending.
we'll spend more time on it tomorrow. So cool. Well, it was good having you with me, Colton. Thank you. And thanks for hanging out with me throughout to 12.
Say
And
what?
you can join me tomorrow
yeah.
or not, as you see fit.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Cool. Talk to you later.
Awesome.
And bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for showing.